Johannesburg is like dying a little every day, which it isn't, the jerk face. I get that Truro may not be a town you've ever heard of. Tourists stick around Hyannis and Chatham and places where stupid gift shops live. Or if they want to go up to the end of the Cape, they drive to Provincetown and skip right through Truro without looking. Probably because there aren't any gift shops in Truro. But what the tourists don't know, and what my brother probably doesn't remember, is that Truro is the most beautiful place on the planet. I know this is true. Here's how. Every morning, I climb the dune that lifts up from the scrub grass about a half-mile from the Beal brothers' farm and nursery. I leave in the dark. I close the screen door so quietly that my brother doesn't hear a thing. I pass the Rigby's house, where Ellie lives. You always feel like ducking your head near their house because of the huge sugar maple that drops its branches low. Then I pass Mrs. Bontemps' house. She was my fourth-grade teacher and the school PE coach and a substitute principal for a year, and everyone knew she could fix any problem in the universe if she tried, and she never made jokes about my name like some people. Then I pass the Kerr's house. Mr. Kerr reconstructs barns all over New England, like our big barn at the Beal brothers' farm and nursery, and he has more tools than Ace Hardware. Then I pass the two summer people houses that used to get rented out all the time, except now only one does sometimes, and the other has a broken window and a huge hole in the roof, and together they let more rain and snow and stray cats inside than you want to know about. Then I pass Mr. and Mrs. Neal's house, which is a whole lot closer to the sea than any of the other houses. So close, it looks like the waves could drench the back windows. I make sure I don't look at this house because the Neals hate every kid who has ever lived, and you don't want to catch their eye, especially in the dark. Then, Mr. and Mrs. Gouch's house, which has flower gardens that take up every millionth of their front and back yards. Then, Mrs. Savage's house. She's a sculptor who puts her statues, who are all animals, including a huge hippo, on her front lawn for everyone to look at. I see her all the time in the mornings, wearing this torn UMass sweatshirt, polishing them up. From there, it's maybe another quarter-mile of open beach and scrub grass to the dune. There's a path of soft sand that goes up, and I climb barefoot since it's a lot easier that way. At the top, the wind is usually pretty high. It's still mostly dark, and for a little while I stand with my back to everyone else on the whole freaking continent. Then I sit and watch. The light starts to change. I begin to make out the ocean. If I look west, I can see the night lights of Truro below me, and past them is the bay, and way out on the other side of the bay, that's Plymouth, and then Duxbury north of that, each with a whole lot of lights on. When I look back east, I can watch the ocean getting lighter and lighter, and it's easy to see the white on the waves now. And then more light, and more, and I know what's coming. What's coming? What's coming? What's finally coming? And then it does. The sun shrugs over the edge of the globe, and the beams rush toward me through all that dark of space, and they hit me full on like the lights of a pickup truck that... Forget it. Below me, on the west side of the dune, it's still dark except for the town lights, but on the east side, the sand is all lit up. Mrs. Bontemps would probably say it's like a symbol in a book, which she is always on the lookout for. I keep my back to the dark and squint a little and watch the sun come up quickly, and I know it's going to happen really soon. The sun rises and rises until just its bottom is still attached to the horizon, like a sticky caramel that can't pull away. And then it does, and the sun jumps into the sky and everything is yellow and red and gold, and I whisper, "Morning, Mom," and "Morning, Dad." And the light is all around me now. So much of it that it finally spills over onto the west side of the dune and fills the dark.